So we're finishing off the tier list series for ELO hell people who are hard stuck, so basically silver to low plat players. This time we're doing the Sentinels, so if you wanted to see any other category of agents, go ahead and check out my channel. We've already done all of them, and you'll probably get even more tick than this video will make you. But Sentinels, I think, are in a unique situation where they are very patch dependent, to where, I mean, sometimes they're very weak to very, very strong. So we'll start with Cypher so you can kind of get what I'm saying. A couple of patches ago, I would have put Cypher down here. Right now, he's the GOAT. Like, it's just, nobody's going to argue this one. I don't think anyone's going to get mad at this one. Across all ranks, pretty easy to understand, very easy to get value out of. Just one of the best agents overall. Yeah, I think you just cannot get too mad if you ever have a Cypher on your team. Just, yeah, nothing else to say about that. Vyse, I'm throwing Vyse in D tier. I don't think she gets a lot of value. She's every single round, I just feel like I kind of forget I have a Vyse on my team. She's probably the least impactful out of all these characters. Her ult can be good. I just feel like it's sometimes a worse version of a breach ult. I don't know, just not really good, not worth putting a lot of time into. I could see some buffs coming for her in the future. Her flash is cool, but I feel like it just gets spotted so easily. Just go ahead and pass on this one. Killjoy is A tier. The only reason I'm not putting Killjoy in S tier is because I think in low elo, people will sometimes not really know how to use her setups and everything. They might find one TikTok or one YouTube video or whatever for a setup on, you know, Haven or something. And then once the enemy team figures it out, she's kind of useless for the rest of the game. She doesn't really know what else to do, but still a great character. One of the best ults in the game. I mean, she's just really good overall. Everything in her kit is great. It's just how you use her kit. It's kind of similar to Cypher. Make sure you just have a couple of setups under your belt for every map, and then she'll kind of be up here no matter what. Great agent. Sage, this one kind of breaks my heart, I'm not gonna lie, but I have to put Sage in D tier. She is just in desperate need of some buffs. I think her slow orb is maybe the worst ability in the game right now. Her ult, I think, might need to be changed a little bit. There's just way too many situations where people get caught in her ult. I think her wall should also have some form of a health buff, or it gets its health faster, because that first few seconds that her, you know, wall is spawning, you could just shoot it out so quickly and people will try and wall to get a res and just get sprayed down. It's just one of those things. But yeah, her heal, I think, needs to bring her to 100. Just, you know, she just needs a rework. Not saying she's bad, but in this current patch, she is bad. So putting Sage down here. Deadlock, I think, is actually the most middle of the pack out of all of these. She is really solid on certain maps, and especially in lower elo. I might even put her in A. I'm gonna keep her in B. In lower elo, her I don't even know what it's called, but her little wall kind of thing, you know what I'm talking about. The best part about her abilities, her wall is just really good. I swear on everything holy, some people even in gold plat don't even understand that you could shoot through her wall. Like, people are still figuring that out, which is kind of mind-blowing. But yeah, her wall is really good. Her little tripwire kind of things, you know what I'm talking about. I think they need a little bit of a rework, but her ult can be really good. I think it's just very situational. She probably has, out of everybody here, one of the weakest ults, but she's still just overall pretty solid. But middle of the pack character, pretty map dependent. But Chamber, last but not least. This is a tough one. So we all know Chamber. I mean, there's YouTube videos out there about the most broken metas in video game history, and the Chamber meta is up there. So I mean, I mained him for a little while, and then he dropped down to the worst agent in the game, and now he's kind of back to broken. So I really just want to put him in kind of A or B. I'm gonna put him in A right now, just at the current patch we're in. I think it's 9.08 or whatever that we're in right now. He's kind of on the come up again. Really scary, really hard agent to go against. He just always is viable. Any map, he's good now. His tripwire, or not his tripwire, his teleport changes are pretty crazy. I mean, you can go and make some insane ego peaks now with him. I might throw him in B just because he is very, I'll keep him in A. Just his kit is really aim dependent with his revolver or whatever, and his ult. You got to be able to aim if you're playing him. But I also just think people don't play him properly in low elo. But I'm gonna keep him in A tier. That's pretty much the list that we're working with right now. Obviously, Cypher, I think, is just the GOAT. I can definitely see some nerfs coming for him in the future. And then Sage, I think, is getting the opposite. I think she's gonna have some buffs. I think pretty soon she's gonna be up here. I just kind of have that gut feeling. But yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts. Continue to post your comments about how I'm wrong, and I'll, laugh at you because, some of you just don't know how to use your brains, but it is what it is. All right, if you guys want to see any of the other agents, this was the last video, so check it out on my channel. Thanks, guys.